Welcome to a special edition of the Wrestling Goons Radio. We are here today to address the IWC. Coming off of Wrestlemania 31, the backlash was fierce, things were changed on the whim, and here we are before Monday Night Raw wondering how the fallout is going to be. And we've got questions and we hope to bring you some answers as well. I have with me Dan the Man Tanner, Mark Pitts, and Damien Lawson. We are going to hop into this. Guys, last night, WrestleMania 31, we covered it a little bit in the post-show. Lots of crazy things happened last night. Mainly Sting going down in his, and shaking Triple H's hand after the match. That still bothers me today. Roman Reigns is not the champion as we all thought. Seth Rollins is. That's just one of many things we're going to get into. Dan, I know you enjoyed the show, but outside of that, the IWC has been on a roll in the social media with their opinions. You have been the man monitoring Twitter and the Facebook groups that we are in. Give us an update on the scene of the atmosphere going on in the wrestling universe.
Alright, so everything seems to be fair. It's always good to tweet along with wrestling fans and so on and retweet and favorite their tweets and so on and have some discussion about, what's going on. Some people have their different opinions to mine, and that's cool though. But then there are those who just rip the whole entire fan base of wrestling fans that don't watch wrestling, that don't understand why ESPN is even covering the updates of WrestleMania, which is stupid because ESPN covers sports / entertainment. But the IWC has pissed me off, even the ones that are wrestling fans that are just so laid back, like, hey, I watch wrestling, it doesn't faze me. Now, I don't see why you guys are so emotional. We're emotional because this is stuff that we've been watching since we were kids. And even though we know it's scripted, it's okay to be emotional and feel like, hey, I would have gone about this differently than what it was. But you know what? It didn't go the way that I planned it to go. It's not about me not getting my way, though, just that maybe make things a little, sensible. That's just my opinion about that, though. But the whole experience of tweeting with other wrestling fans was great.
Yeah, I'm actually going to touch on a little bit of what you just said later on about it. I'll go ahead and get into it a little bit now. Don't tell me if I'm watching a product that I should not be upset or be happy or be sad if I don't like something, because I'm not going to sit there and just watch it and be told what I'm going to like and not like by whoever the creator is. I understand that when George Lucas wrote Star Wars, he didn't have a panel of 1,000 people that said, hey, do you like this or not like this? But that's not the genre that wrestling is. Wrestling is given to us live, weekly, every single week. In order to get people to keep watching, you have to do things that keep our interest. That makes me not just buy whatever you give me. You have to listen to what I say as the consumer, or it doesn't work. Man, it infuriates me to no end when people tell me, well, if you don't like it, don't watch. No, you know what? Make the product better. Make me want to keep watching. That's my 2 cents on it. Mark or Damien, y'all got anything y'all want to add about the IWC Rant right now?
Just that I understand where people get, I just watch it. But it's the most talked about thing today, Monday. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with no opinion. I'm okay with opinions. It's talked about. We talk about bad stuff for an hour after Raw and go about our business. Today, after the biggest event, we're still talking about good, bad, and different. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the IWC saying what they feel, because if we grow, we are the IWC.
I'm with you. I'd rather have an opinion than not have an opinion at all. Mark, what do you think?
My opinion about the whole ordeal is that WWE, yes, it's a scripted television show, but it is unlike any other scripted television show in the history of TV. Your audience goes to watch that show live every single week. Sometimes they go multiple times a week to watch shows. So you have, on some occasions, people going to a pay-per-view event that Sunday, and then they go and fork over their money to go to the Raw the following night. And if it's close enough to them, they could also go to the SmackDown tapings on Tuesday. So you have a live audience as well as a television audience. Your live audience determines whether or not someone gets over, someone doesn't get over, or what happens in your show. We have more of a voice in wrestling than any other sport and any other television show in the history of television. And what we say or what we think and how we chant determines in which direction that they will go. And that's why people are emotionally invested in it. Because it's not just some character, it's an actual person who puts their body on the line 300 days out of the year, and they give you what you paid for. And if we don't think that we're getting what we paid for, then we have a right to be upset.
Now here's the problem. Now here's where things get kind of crazy. Now, and we all go back to the Royal Rumble, we all realize that the moments after Roman Reigns won, the hashtag trending worldwide, not just in the USA, worldwide, was cancel WWE Network. The very next day we find out that the network had upgraded their subscribers. They had went up. If you're gonna make a statement like that, and you're still giving them your money, like I do, they think that they're doing their job. They think they're giving us what they want because we're giving them our money. So if we really want to make a statement, then we just don't give them our money. But I don't think they're at that point. Now, last year, when everybody was hurt, around August, September, I really wish I would have canceled my subscription. I wasted my time as a fan. I did this podcast, and this was the only reason I watched wrestling, because it put me to sleep every Monday night. It was terrible. It was awful. I'm glad it's not that way now, and I pray that we don't see those days, hopefully ever again, but if so, for a long, long time. Man, that's got me worked up feeling some type of way.
See, I have a point about that too. If it actually gets to the point where fans do stop caring, that's when they'll start losing whether or not they think that it's bad or good or whatnot, and they just don't care anymore. That's when they'll lose subscribers. That's when they'll lose viewership. But as long as you're trying to make an effort to at least appeal to the majority of the audience, I don't think that they will ever lose subscribers.
Yeah, let's also realize that when Vince gave us that speech in '97 about insulting our intelligence and getting an attitude, let's look at how many viewers they had when he gave that speech. When numbers are low, you'll do anything. When numbers are high, you don't have to do anything because numbers are high. So that's kind of where they're at, and the WWE has created they can do whatever they want to do because their numbers are going to stay where they're at.
I just want to say one thing,
Yep.
is that we got to think about, too, that we also not only invest emotionally, we investing somewhat financially, not just merchandise. We are investing in their network because if the network is not good, I'm going to cancel my subscription. If it's good, I'm going to continue on. Now, when the whole $9.99 thing or the subscription or network came around, all right, it it was time for me to resubscribe. I didn't feel like I wanted to resubscribe to the network because it was awful. I mean, not necessarily awful. The pay-per-view was awful. That was my decision to make because when you have a awful pay-per-view like that, I'm not going to give you my money. So around, I guess, what was it, Survivor Series? That's when I resubscribed. And somewhat, it has picked up a bit. So that's one thing you can look at it like in some kind of way, we're investing our money into their business.
Okay, but you know what? Some people actually thought that they were making a statement with their canceled WWE Network when they said, you know what I did? I showed them. I went right to my WWE Network account and I hit deactivate and it felt good. And you know what they did 4 days later? They signed back up. You think WWE cares that you're deactivating your account for 4 days? No, they don't care. Okay, it doesn't matter. Now, if you deactivate it... Huh?
That's just a waste.
Yes, a waste. You didn't do anything. You made no statement at all. Thank you very much for being a moron. Damien, you got anything to add on this before we move on?
Not a damn thing. Y'all covered everything I would have said.
I got you, brother. So that'll lead me into the topic of Roman Reigns. Do you feel like the WWE was forced to throw a curveball last night because of the IWC, or do you think that they just simply do not believe in Roman Reigns? No pun intended. Dan, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I think they were kind of forced because I think Roman Reigns didn't mind either because he's like, hey, if I'm going to go out and be the number one guy, then I need to be cheered like I'm supposed to be the number one guy, the number one face. And he hasn't been cheered like that. It's been a little bit of mix. And pretty much he's getting the same boos like John Cena, you know? So it was good to have Rollins come out there and take the title or whatnot because it was going to either be him or Brock Lesnar leaving out as champion, not Roman Reigns. Do I disagree with the fact that Roman Reigns should have had his moment? Yeah, like, you know, I mean, he should have had his moment and everything. He should have, you know, embraced it. It was in front of his people and all, but he didn't get that chance, though. But you know what? He'll get a chance probably sometime next year.
Yep. Damien, how do you feel on this Roman Reigns and IWC?
I feel like this was the perfect opportunity for him to win. You have a majority Samoan crowd, city. He could have changed the IWC with this crowd. If he'd have won, it would have worked. But I have no problems with Rollins winning. Honestly, Rollins winning was a curveball I didn't see. Not during the match. After the match, yes. But during the match, I never saw that. Brock never got pinned. He's still strong. Roman just took over the crown of Mr. Never Give Up because he keep getting up from everything that Lesnar gave him. And Rollins the champion. Everybody won yesterday.
Kind of true, man. I never really looked at it like that. Mark?
I do not think that the crowd took something away from him. Because all in all, if Vince wanted to, Vince would have still stuck with him. And he would have just said, F the crowd, we'll turn Roman heel, he'll be a heel champion, and then we can move on from there. What I do think, though, is that Roman actually got more out of this match, and he lost the match, than he would have if he would have actually won the match. Because I know you had mentioned something about the Samoan crowd. WrestleMania crowd isn't just the crowd area in which you're in. It is an international crowd. It is a complete statewide crowd. It's 49 states normally, and it's 50-something countries normally. And the Raw afterwards is that much times because people buy 3-day passes for the Hall of Fame, the WrestleMania, and the Raw after. So having Reigns take the beating that he did, still looking strong in the beating because he's just sitting there laughing at Brock Lesnar while he's giving him everything he got. He actually looked stronger than Cena did at SummerSlam. Then you have Seth Rollins come in and cash in, so he could still be your heel. So that way, if you want Roman still to go face, he can still go face. If you want to flip him and make him heel, you still have that option as well. So I think WWE did a great job by booking it this way.
Yeah, I kind of don't feel like Roman is done for good. Like, I don't feel like he's disappearing. I don't feel like he's... The only thing he lost was the belt, which is nothing but a prop anyway. I'm kind of glad that, if it wasn't going to be Roman, I'm glad Seth did it, because I love Brock. I'm glad Brock's here, but I want the title on the frickin' show. So, Seth is going to do that. He accomplishes it. I'm okay with it. But I am going to answer the topic and question at hand, do I feel like they were forced? Yeah, because I feel like that if Roman had won that match, that it would have buried his career. Because they would have, oh man, it would have been filling times 1,000. So, yeah, they did the right thing, whether they were forced to or not. You know what, that just goes to show that we're not always stupid sometimes in the IWC. Sometimes we think things too that are actually intelligent, and we can help them make good business decisions. Final thoughts, anything we're going to touch on the IWC before we sign out, guys, or leaning into Raw tonight? What do we think we're going to happen with the major storylines and what we're looking the most forward to? Mark, start with you.
Can I just get into one point about people earning spots or not earning spots?
Yep.
Because I feel some people think that, like Booker T said, Seth Rollins had been handed this. No, Seth Rollins has worked 15 plus years developing a craft in which he performs on a nightly basis in front of live audiences, in front of TV taped audiences, and he does it without a doubt probably better than 95% of other athletes that are in the wrestling business. He earned everything that he's gotten because he works his butt off 300 days a year doing so. Same with Roman Reigns. Did he get handed a spot because it was scripted? Yes, but he's also worked his butt off for the last 5 or 6 years trying to get himself in a position to where he can be the main event and that he can be the man and the face of the WWE going forward.
Absolutely. Damien.
Well, tonight, I'm looking forward to Raw because I want to see what else they have. Where are they taking us? Will Roman Reigns become a Paul Heyman guy like Cesaro last year? Will there be any NXT call-ups? Who's next for the champion? Because right now, it look like Randy Orton.
It does.
I want answers.
You're gonna get him in about 2.5 hours. Oh my god. Oh, it's so close. Dan, tonight, what are you looking forward to?
Before I say what I'm looking forward to, I want to say I agree with Mark 100%.
Yep.
With the Seth Rollins. However, I think that he was well groomed to be in that position, and I gotta give credit to those who he surrounded and be in that position. And I don't take anything away from him because, regardless of what happened, eventually we knew this was going to happen one of these days. But I'm okay with Seth Rollins being the champ. He deserved it. That's what I think. Tonight, this is like the first Raw that I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to expect. I just, like Damien says, I want some answers to Sting, because that just didn't make sense at all. I want answers to what's going to happen with Bray Wyatt now. I want answers to...
I just want to say, when we go back and look over the podcast, I kind of want to personally blame you for the match last night because you were the one that brought up the stupid question about what would happen if some WCW good got involved to help Sting. Yeah, you ruined the match. Thanks a lot, Dan. Thanks.
Oh, that was wonderful. I didn't expect the NWO to come out though, but hey,
I
you know what? I
think
would like to see NWO and DX face off.
I really wish they had picked somebody other than the NWO. Because, like, when they come out there, that was my first thought. I was like, great, now Sting's going to get attacked by the NWO and DX. He's going to have to fight. It'll be NWO all over again where Sting's got to fight 45 people and he beats them all at one time.
Actually, I was expecting the Wolfpack to come and help him.
Well, like, everybody keeps bringing that up about Lex Luger, and I'm not going to go there. I'm going to be the bigger man.
At least Conan comes out and help him.
Yeah, Conan's in Lucha, so he can't do that.
But hopefully all the questions get answered tonight. I want to know what this whole Rock and Ronda Rousey angle is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a setup to SummerSlam or maybe next year's WrestleMania. I don't know. I can't wait. It needs to be like 7 o'clock right now.
I don't think Ronda would be on Raw tonight, will she?
I don't think so either, though. But maybe it's a little tease from last night. But I don't know. They need to answer these questions.
Yeah, they'll get there with us. The main thing I want to see is how or where Mizdow goes next. I need to know. What do they have next for Mizdow? Where's he going?
And one more thing. Be on the lookout for Sheamus to return.
No, I'm not. You know what? Matter of fact, I know I made a joke about it, but I really did actually pray to God that he would not be there. And I'd like to thank the good Lord above right now, because he heard my prayers. And Sheamus was not at WrestleMania. So, thank you for not being in the ladder match and possibly ruining Daniel Bryan's moment. Even though I kind of wish he was in the Battle Royal now, just so he could have kicked Big Show right over the top rope. That would have been great. Because I could actually handle Sheamus over Big Show. Oh my God.
One thing I didn't bring up. Why are they celebrating Daniel Bryan like he wasn't the most over guy on the roster?
Yeah. They're treating him like he's the little engine that could.
Yeah, that killed me. I was pissed off. I know a lot of people were like, oh, it was cool. No, it wasn't. They didn't need that. Did they go do it to Cena? Did all the U.S. champions go out to Cena?
Yeah.
No.
I think that the title needed that more than Daniel Bryan needed that, to be honest. And I think that they were trying to just show all the legacy that was the Intercontinental title and who all's held it before. I mean, I agree that Daniel Bryan definitely didn't need that, but I think the belt needed it.
See, I think you do that belt more justice in that promo if they come up and they say, man, that belt hadn't mattered in a long time, but now that you have it, that belt means something. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, that would have been better.
But, yeah, I didn't like it at all, Damien. I totally agree. Anything else?
Go ahead. One more thing. The Big Show winner was justified. Now I wish he retires.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said. His retirement speech happens as soon as he gets inaugurated as the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. He says, I've done everything I can do. I'm also a great giant in this sport, and I now retire. Thanks.
See, that would be actually how I would bring Mizdow out. Like, that's how, if I was going to break Mizdow away from the Miz at all, the Big Show would be the first person I'd do it against because I have a reason to do it. He almost had him eliminated and he was that close and he knows he can beat the Giant just for one more chance, blah, blah, blah. I can see it. Either way, though, I also wouldn't mind him retiring either, so. But yeah, my thoughts on that is pretty much I'm ready for Raw. That's what I'm ready for, 2.5 more hours. I'm glad we got to do this today. It was a shorter version. We had to get this off our chest, because I'm telling you, the wrestling good today was, oh my God. We've had people that have been dropped faster than Normandy. I mean, it is ridiculous. People are going off the chain. They're in touch with their feelings. They're just gonna kill everybody in the WWE, and now they just don't have anywhere to vent anymore. So, craziness going on. Dan, final thoughts?
Give goons a chance to vent when they need to.
We're in America, people. First Amendment. We gotta. I know. You know what, RJ? Love you, buddy. Give Roman Reigns some credit, please. Just please. This man went on there today and said, you know what? I finally, after all these years, I admit that Brock did good, but not Roman. How are you not? Roman is the one that took the beating. Roman is the one that gave up his spot. And Roman is the one that took it all like a man. At least say that he's a man. For crying out loud. Jeez Louis. But you know what? I still respect RJ because he has his opinion and he shared it. That's what we all gotta do. Even if somebody says something as dumb as all get out, they said it. And we can just laugh at it. Just laugh at it. Well, we got, 2.5 more hours to wrap up. 2 hours and 25 minutes now. We will be with you in 48 more hours, bringing you what happened tonight, and getting you ready for, social media. We got Twitter, @Goons Radio. We got Dan and Mark twittering all day and night, normally throughout the week. And we have Wrestling Goons Radio for the Facebook and YouTube. Obviously, that's where you will find our lovely content. We will be adding a lot more random podcasts and rants, so stay tuned. And as always, for Damien, Daniel, Mark, and Anthony, we will see you on the flip side.